information on this video, I'll have a timestamp available on the, I guess that would be the comments or in the description. I'll put a link to the timestamp of whenever you can get started on the topic. Okay, so the topic for today is, what is a spirit guide? And it is my goal to bring you this information in order to help you to better navigate, as I said, this movie called life. So in learning about what a spirit guide is, we can better use our spiritual faculties to get the things that we want, and also so that we can go higher in our love for self. Pretty much everything that you do should be in direct correlation with A, you loving yourself, and B, becoming the best version of yourself that you can be in all realms, in all dimensions, all the time. That is why we're here. We are in eternity and immortality right now. When people leave or transition to another realm or dimension, they take their consciousness or their knowledge that they once lived in a body on earth, they take it with them to the next dimension. So whenever, we lose a loved one, and although it is very disconcerting, to have to think about the fact that someone that you love, you may never get to see them or hear them again or be on the same realm of existence with them again, depending on where you are in your knowledge of spirituality and your admittance to the truth to yourself. But as far as being a spiritual people, we recognize that just because a person leaves their physical body or dies, it doesn't mean that the entity dies that lived in the body. It does not mean that all the memories and the love and the joy and sometimes even the pain, it does not mean that once that person dies, that is it. That's not the way that life goes. That's how I understand it. And I say understand it because I live in many dimensions at once. And we all do. Once you're aware of that, you can better understand yourself and why you do the things you do, and why you are the way you are, why you were born, to whatever parents you have, and whatever, whatever's going on in your life, you're a willing participant. And even if you're not aware of that, you must know that. In order to live on earth, there is a contract that everyone has with someone. Hopefully it would be yourself. Some people have a contract with other entities when they come to earth because they didn't trust their intelligent body, their spirit body, their soul, to be able to exist on earth without another God, or to be able to exist as an autochthonous being, meaning a free soul that is attached to no one and nothing except itself. There are very, 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 very few beings that live on and in this planet that are aware that they are here on some type of contract, whether that be a good contract or a bad contract. That's why your attention is so important to certain organizations, especially organizations that possess knowledge of mind control. Because if you can control a mind, you can control some minds. And if you can control some minds, you possibly could control the world. So having a mind is one of the most beautiful gifts that life and love, our great parents, our great mother and great father, I call them life and love. According to my understanding of existence, period, whether on this planet or any other, whether on a microcosm scale, such as an amoeba, or a tree or a person or a planet, everything that is in existence has agreed to be in existence and to follow the rules of said existence, whether you are aware of that or not. Now, there are ways of getting out of bad contracts if you find that you are in one. If you are the type of person that feels that, the earth is cold, it's cruel, it's mean, that hell is on earth, you might possibly have a contact with a demon or an angel or entity outside of yourself or inside of yourself. Just the fact that you are matter or material alone says that you want to be here. Says that you have a purpose. That means that love has a purpose for you. If you exist on earth, love has a purpose for you, and you can accept it or not accept it. Love is not a bully, and love is also not jealous, which is one of the problems that I have with some of the gods in the Bible, because there's not just one God in the Bible. There are thousands of gods in the Bible, and they worship them all. And some of the gods that they worship were pedophiles, enjoyed having sex with children. The same with the Quran, the same with the Torah. Any type of grotesque or behavior that they encourage you to, or encourage one to do, in the name of that, it is in a book that is a definite entity seeking to gain access to your vessel, to your body. The spirit world, even though some cannot see it, is very real and very aware of the rules of life, and how some of the entities who are enemies of love, how some of them gain access to Earth realm is through people. I've once heard it said by one of my ancestors in the spirit world is that if it doesn't happen mentally, it cannot happen. It has to happen mentally first before it can happen in this, dimension that we live in, where we use our five senses. So we use our five senses to gain and gather and retain information about Earth and about ourselves. There are rules to living on Earth, especially with so many different beings, different kinds of beings, different destinations, different origins, different reasons why they are existing. There has to be rules. It just doesn't make any sense for it to be any other way. The only thing about the rules on Earth are that certain beings make it a point for you and I not to know the rules of living on planet Earth. They want us to believe that we are just workers, or the useless eaters, as Bobby says that they say about us. But I need you to always know and understand and understand that your presence and the fact that you exist alone means that you are a very important, vital part of life and love. You matter. Your value and your worth. You are so precious. And although I am not a Christian, I do not throw the baby out with the bathwater. And Brother Bobby once told us that, you should still read some parts of the Bible, because the Bible is a book of magic for Black people. That is what he told us. And I will have to say, I don't really get into politics or any type of racial or even national type of loyalty. I am loyal to love and life. and the rest of my life branches from there. My roots are love and life, and they are my cosmic mother and my cosmic father. And I'm really not supposed to even be talking about this because this is part of my army, my galactic guard that I have so that I don't worry about getting caught up in bullshit or, having to live in a situation that I just can't tolerate or it's just too much for me. My roots, the great mother and the great father are my cosmic mom, my cosmic dad, love and life. My mommy's name is Love, and my daddy's name is Life. And together, they created universal understanding and universal understanding. They created everything in the mind, everything using the power of the mind. And I'm not asking you to believe what I believe. I'm just giving you my foundation, my intention, and where I'm coming from as far as the information that I'm, sharing. This is my, my rock. That's my rock. That's my, the part of me that doesn't ever have to worry because my parents are love and life. And they are incomparable and they are inconquerable. Period, point blank. Facts. End of story. And I am connected through them through my belly button. Every time I touch my belly button, that's a reminder to myself and my ancestors before me that we are God and we came from God and we are God and we've always been God, for lack of another term. And when I say God, I mean supreme being. Why would I want to be anything other than the best that I can be, not only for myself, but for my children? So what is the best I can be? A supreme, universal supreme being. That is who and what I am. That is what I'm made of. That is what I do. That is what I think. That is what I say. That is my authority on this earth. You have to have some type of authority on this earth, even if it's just over yourself. Authority is a major part of life on earth. And the first person that you must control is you. If you try to control other people first and then yourself, you get yourself tangled up in a web like the Matrix. You really get caught up into some nasty situation if you try to control other people without first controlling yourself. That is not only an earthly violation, it is a universal great mother, great father, black woman, black man violation. And I'm going to say this one more time. I do not participate in politics of any kind, nor am I a party to this race war that is so-called happening on the planet. I think our minds and hearts are broadened enough to know that there's all types of people in heaven and that there are different levels to heaven. Just like there are different levels to, you play a game and every time you beat a level, you go up or you gain a new person or a new character or a new stage level to fight on. That's how it is on Earth. Exactly, no different. This is a hologram and you are programming the program in the Matrix, which is you. You are Neo or Trinity or whomever you choose to be. That's your character in this game or this movie called life. You are very, very important. You matter. Everyone that you see on this earth is not necessarily a real organic being. In order to be a real organic being, you have to have love. Love is a fruit, it's a flower, it's a fragrance, it's a destiny, it's a destination, it's a port, it's where you live, where you dwell, how you think, how you dress, how you walk, how you talk, how you think about yourself, how you think about others. All of that is love. And if you do not agree with me programming you, you don't need to watch this video series. whenever I am speaking, I am always speaking to the part of life that gives us what we want. And what I would like more than anything, one of the things that I would like more than anything is for all beings on earth that are children of love, who are sons and daughters of love, are animals of love, I love animals, that we have a contract with love and life, and that we will live our lives loving ourselves and loving others and creating a life of what we want it to be. Because people trip me out like, I want to get the fuck away from here. I want to get off of earth. Well, guess what? If you can't handle earth, if you can't handle life on earth, you're not leaving. You're going to come right back here until you get this shit right. You're not going anywhere else in the galaxy unless you can successfully navigate life on earth. It is just job one. Like, after you graduate from high school, you go to college, right? And you keep leveling up. It's the same way with life, except you excel in wisdom and knowledge and experience. And that's how you keep yourself and your family safe, and your seeds and your planet and your home and your sanity and your peace of mind. How you keep those things safe is through always operating in the realm and dimension and intention of love. Well, I know I talk about love all the time, but what is love? Love is just the energy of wanting your best moment, every moment, not only for yourself, but for your children, to actually have that orgasmic feeling of life is the ultimate goal of love and life. You know how that orgasm feels? That thing is fucking delicious. Well, there is a dimension where you are just that high and feeling, super nasty and, super open to exchanging energy with others or with your love guide, your love buddy. There's a realm and a dimension that feels like an orgasm all the time. You can't take it. Like, you can't stay up there. Like, I'm sure you could, but you probably cease to exist in all other realms and dimensions because you're vibrating so high. I've been a few times. I can't stay long. And, not like for hours, I could stay there a little while. Like, I think the longest I stayed was probably a day. Yeah, I have this thing where I can vibrate on the frequency of an orgasm for about a day. And I can vibrate and stretch it out like a song. And it's a realm, it's a dimension. Whatever you have in short term, you can have in long term. If you can, extend the amount of time, just like a sampler, that you experience a moment. And you can pick that moment and you can drag it out in your movie. But anyway, back to the subject, which is, what is a spirit guide? Okay, so before we get into the meat and potatoes of what is a spirit guide, we need to talk about some various forms of being that we have and that we use to help us to navigate life. Okay, so the part of you that, you can see when you look down, or you look at your hands and your nails, and you look at your arms, your fingernails, your feet, your legs, the part of you that is observing you, that part, that inner part, that part that is your consciousness behind your eyes. You are literally, one of your parts is kind of like the control on, I think it's PlayStation games. No, it's also Xbox too. What was this game? I had this one game called Mafia. I think it's called Mafia. It was Mafia 3, right? And so, for all you gamers, it's the option where you can literally see what he sees and experience his point of view, so to speak. I don't know what kind of view that is. I don't know if that's the inside view or the compass view. I don't know what it is, but anyway, that part of you that looks and observes everything in your environment, whether it be the sun, the grass, the television, your phone, that part of you. Oh gosh. I guess I'm gonna have to pick back up on this later on. It's 5:33, and yeah, I love you guys though. I'm gonna go handle some other business, and I will be back later. Love you.